Part 2. Azure Moon. Blue Sea Moon. The Impregnable Fortress. When Claude steps down as its leader, the Leicester Alliance disbands, and its lords swear fealty to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The chaos in the kingdom begins to dissipate as the people unite under Dimitri's rule. Riding this momentum, the Kingdom Army prepares to march south for a decisive battle against Imperial forces.
Thanks.
We will finally have our decisive battle with the Empire this month.
The Eastern Lords are in the process of consolidating all of the troops within the entire kingdom. In addition, ever since Aryan Road's liberation, the Western Lords have been declaring their fealty, one after another.
Affairs within the kingdom have calmed down considerably, and we even managed to win over the Alliance.
Although it was a rough go at first, I'm starting to feel like we could actually win this. That's true. Thinking back on it now, we've really come a long way.
We even have a lead as to where Rhea is located. It is as we predicted all along. If we are to rescue Rhea, then we must defeat the Emperor.
If we're going to march from the Monastery to Inbar, then we'll have to cross the Great Bridge of Myrddin again, right?
Yes, I believe so. As we have gained the Alliance's support, we should not have any trouble this time. After the bridge, we can cross Gronder Field and head south. And then we'll take Mercius, the so-called impregnable fortress that towers on the other side.
Fort Mercius, I know of it. They say it rivals even Aryan Road.
Count Burgleys, the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs, once had troops stationed there. But according to our spies, a large-scale military force has entered the stronghold. Perhaps they are gathering soldiers from various regions to compensate for their losses.
If we try to avoid it, those troops will follow us and attack from the rear. It is best for us to handle the situation head-on. Once we take Fort Mercius, Enbar will be within reach. This is the Empire's last chance to stop us from arriving at our goal.
In other words, if we take this fort, then our blades will be at the Emperor's throat in no time.
If this is the last fort between us and them, then the Emperor will likely do everything she can to strengthen its defenses.
I just received a report on that very subject. The one commanding the troops stationed at Fort Mercius is someone we have crossed blades with many times. It is the Death Knight who awaits us there.
Oh, so that's who we'll be battling. Emil.
Thank you very much. Even in the kingdom, only a few people knew about His Highness and Edelgard's relationship. Me? I always knew those two to be like brother and sister. To think that we would come to see this world, where they are at war with one another. I live it, and can still barely imagine such a truth. Even in the kingdom, only me? To think I live it.
It appears that Claude has dissolved the Alliance. He's thrown away the pride of all the Leicester Lords who have walked the path of independence from Fargus for generations. I said from the start that he was not suitable to lead. Well, times have changed, haven't they?
From this point onward, we're in all-out war with the Empire. Are you prepared, Professor? I have already steeled myself as best I can. First, we capture Fort Mercius. The fighting will undoubtedly be brutal, but we must prevail. As far as this army and I are concerned, you're our last ray of hope. We are relying on you.
Claude has stepped down from leadership, and Leicester is now a vassal state of Fargus. The lords of the Western Kingdom are beginning to declare fealty to us in greater numbers also. The Empire is our only remaining enemy.
Really?
Each step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all. And if I'm honest, sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
Well...
Fort Mercius is a keep that was constructed to defend the imperial capital, Enbar. We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy. Now that we know Rhea is there, we must move with the utmost urgency.
The Death Knight. I shudder to think of him. Professor, you remember my connection to him, do you not? I am still working through the trauma from back then, all these years later. If we meet him, I swear I will have my revenge.
Fort Mercius is the Empire's single most fortified military installation. Utterly impregnable, they say. I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius? No, I'm afraid that name refers to the fortress city of Aryenroad. Seems Fodlands give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon. Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a nickname as well as a title, I suppose.
Leicester Alliance is no more. 300 years of history, gone and done. They write operas about events like this, you know? Dimitri will be played by the most handsome actor of the time. Hearts will pound as he takes the stage. What am I saying? Surely the most handsome man would play you.
Need something?
This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Perhaps something about Lord Arundel rubbed me the wrong way. There was something off about him. Not that I've ever heard anything good about him. Have you ever heard of the Harim family? Correct. Their lands are due south of the Ordelia territory. Since Edelgard's rule, Lord Arundel had been governing the territory. It seems like his reign was particularly cruel. The people there suffered greatly under him. He seemed to be a good and just person at one point. It simply doesn't make sense. Now that the alliance has been dissolved, what will become of the nobility? No, my adoptive father knows how to get by. I'm sure he'll do well for himself in the kingdom. All of Fodlan is going to change. I suppose I'll have to change with it.
The majority is with us. This conflict will end soon. I am so moved by the decision that Claude and the Alliance nobles have made. That is true nobility, acting in accordance with the people's needs and wishes. As war drags on, those living near the front lines inevitably get the worst of it. Still, Edelgard will not give in. She will push to complete her mission, no matter how many people die. Not everyone with noble blood has noble ideals.
Hi there! It's Death Knight. Going to fight the Death Knight. To be perfectly honest, I am.
Right.
Oh.
I have a... So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Wish I'd known that 5 years ago. But there's nothing we can do about it now. What we can do, though, is topple the Empire. Will you seize victory with us, Professor? For the sake of the late Captain!
Okay. I've come here after getting chased out of the Empire. There's no place for our... But there are still many inside Empire territory who haven't... I pray that one day we'll get the chance to rebuild the...
Hello there.
Definitely.
reminds me. The Alliance dissolved so suddenly. Now there's widespread pandemonium. The lords are warring, mass confusion among the citizens. Or, that's what I expected to happen. None of that seems to be taking place. They had a roundtable meeting and talked it out. Everyone's dealing very calmly with the situation. I guess if Dimitri turns out to be a crazed despot, then there really will be chaos. But he's not gonna go crazy again. He's okay now, right?
The Death Knight is guarding Fort Merceus. The same one who was linked to Monica and to Flame's abduction 5 years ago. Anyway, he's one of the monsters responsible for Captain Gerald's death. We have to defeat him.
Professor? You know, Professor, laying siege to a keep is like asking a girl out on a date. First, you get past her defenses, then you make your move. See, you get it. Our fearless leader, on the other hand, he's never been good with the ladies. Anyway, I figure you go after the main gate. You take that out, and I'm sure we can win. Of course, you're making the tactical calls. I'm happier to follow than to lead.
Greetings, Professor! Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Merceus next? I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even... Not to tell you how to do your job, but don't do it. Hello there. Return soon, please. Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Welcome! Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Hello!
Will this one do? It's all. Will this one? It's all yours. Will this one do? It's all. Will this one do? It's all yours. Tell your friends.
Welcome. Will this one do? Many thanks. Come back soon.
What do you require?
Farewell.
Let's see, is it true Lady Rhea was taken to the Empire? Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor, they didn't take her to kill her, did they? That's good. We just gotta beat the Imperial Army and get her back, right? You gotta help her, Professor. I'm begging you.
Weren't the Kingdom and Alliance once part of the same country? If you think about it that way, it makes sense for them to unite. I suppose the Kingdom was once part of the Empire as well. Even if Fodlan came together, I wouldn't be surprised if it fell apart again.
Wake up, eat, train, eat. We gotta prepare for the assault. But that hasn't changed my routine. All that training and eating I do is for the sake of Fodlan. Gotta stay strong.
We defeated Lord Arundel. The Emperor must have been surprised. If we can keep up that fervor, perhaps we'll capture Fort Mercius and move on to the Imperial capital. We must not be overconfident, though. Yes, I concur. Humans and beasts are ultimately the same. When they're cornered, they lash out however they can. They fight for their lives. Who knows how the Emperor will lash out? We have to be careful.
We took quite the detour. It was time-consuming, but finally, we got the information we needed. We crush the Empire, we get Lady Rhea back. 2 birds, 1 stone. First, we take Fort Mercius. I'll put my heart in it. I'll crack them like a rusty helmet.
Too slow. It is done. Too slow. Hate me if you must. Too slow. On to the next battle. I swear it wasn't in... I swear it wasn't in...
I wonder where Claude will go. From the sound of it, he's leaving Fodlan altogether. He was strangely gallant about the whole thing. Even left his relic behind. Elusive and mysterious to the end, isn't he?
Just as we suspected, Lady Rhea was taken to the Imperial capital. We must get to the capital as quickly as possible. So many people are worried sick about her. I do wonder when Claude managed to learn Lady Rhea's whereabouts. He's pretty shrewd. I can't help but admire him.
I have excitement in my heart for secret tactics. I enjoy attacks that are surprising. I thought we could be using attacks like that at this fortress. But I am hearing a different thing. A brute force attack with all of our power, yes? Attacks that are surprising are also safer. Attacking from the front is dangerous. But I will give you all of my fighting spirit, Professor.
Let's see. My family made it through the conflict unscathed. Thank the goddess. It seems that Deirdre was the only place to really get caught up in the fighting. Did Claude intend to spare the Alliance territories from harm? If so, he's a truly admirable leader. Speaking of Claude, I wonder where he is.
I love a good fortress. The perfect place to hide. This one's impregnable too, isn't it? Perfect! As soon as we take it, I'll set up a special spot for Bernie. I guess you have a point. What would you call it then? A little pregnable? Oh, Professor! Good timing. You have to talk some sense into my father. Recently, he's been doing nothing but work himself to the bone. Even when he's taking breaks from training and errands, he's apparently listening to reports, day in and day out. He's getting on in years, you know? I just want him to take care of himself.
Professor!
No.
Have you Attacking an impregnable fortress head-on is rather impressive. Or suicidal. Depends on the day, really. You know Fort Mercius's nickname, I assume. The stubborn old general? It may be stubborn, but its age means it's gotta be hiding a few weak spots. Makes sense to aim for those areas.
Tell your friends.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Hello there. Return soon, please.
Hello.
Professor! Fort Mercius is next, huh? Ah, the memories. It's a huge stronghold in my father's domain. The town's completely surrounded by high walls. I used to run around there when I was a kid. Way back when a fortress was just a playground for me. Yeah, those were the days.
How's this?
My cooking is so good, it's been called seductive. Should I show you what I can do, Professor? Right. I do so enjoy cutting up vegetables in preparation to cook. So I'll do that and leave you with the cleanup. Oh.
The flip.
Oh, this takes me back. I used to love this one.
This looks delicious. I've got food to eat and a place to sleep. I'm pretty darn...
Eating delicious food.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive.
Eating with friends.
This...
That.
Professor, may I see.
Professor.
Yes, this will go. Look at our excellent results.
Growth sustains me.
Now to keep polishing my skills.
Let's put it to the test.
There is always more to learn.
I've never sung a song before.
Is this necessary?
I'm ever so grateful.